A lot of women have this misconception that high value men want this independent boss babe kind of girl, the girl that posts her sexy pictures all over the internet, this independent woman that doesn't need you. And that couldn't be further from the truth. True story, in my very early 20s, I thought the same thing. I was dating a very successful man and I was like, I don't need you. I have my own thing going on. He dumped me for a kindergarten teacher who now doesn't work and has been raising his kids. They're still married like 13, 14 years later. And yeah, I started to wake up at that point and realize that what we were being taught as women on what successful or high value men want was completely skewed by this idea of feminism.
Got it.
The feminism rhetoric and the feminism agenda for the last, 10 years has really cultivated women to be alpha females, to be in their hyper masculinity. And if you want to attract a masculine man, this energy is going to repel him. He's not going to want that. Most successful men want a woman who's nurturing. They want a woman who's loving, that has an open heart. That open heart, compassion energy is where the feminine energy stems from. And this is the energy that men love. Most successful men want families, and they want to have a wife that's going to be a good mother to their children and a good wife to them while they're out hustling and working for their dreams. There are different types of archetypes of men. So a wealthy or a high value man is not a one size fit all. And I go over the different archetypes in my workshops because different archetypes of men require different things or they look for different things. But a lot of men that are traditional minded don't want an alpha female. They want a woman that's going to be nurturing and loving to their children. They want a woman that's going to build a loving home for them. They want to come to a safe place when they get off from fighting the world to a place where they love, where they're loved in their home and where they're taken care of and where they're appreciated for all of their hard work that they're doing to be able to provide for you, because they are providers and they want to provide for a woman and they feel needed when they're providing for a woman. And these types of men like feeling needed. It gives them a purpose. So if you're a traditional minded woman, don't feel like you need to change to be different to attract in the kind of man that you want. There's a lot of men out there that are looking for women like you.
Preach, sis. We've
Gorgeous.
been saying.
Thank you.
We've been saying it forever. Men want to feel needed and give themselves a purpose.
Yes. And thank you for not doubling down on our mistakes and speaking truth.
I caught that 13 years later. She's still checking up on him and she's hurt.
Listen, I love it. Thank you for sharing.
Right? Hey, respect that now you're teaching young women the mistake you made.
That's what we should be doing.
Right? One sane voice finally. It's not going like, no, sis, go even harder. You don't need men. They're trash. Look at me. I'm sad in my career, but I'm making money.
Can you believe? He's married and she has to stay at home.
She has to stay at home. She's a kindergarten teacher and she just quit and watches
Gave
kids.
Up her whole career.
How dare she become a slave? Finally, a real woman with some logic behind like, oh, I screwed up because I could have been the stay-at-home and just been taken care of forever. And that's what I really wanted. This job stuff ain't for me.
If that's what you want.
Right? If that's what you want.